Hello everyone, it's Corey here. Welcome to my channel. This is episode 4 of my Kpop body shapes series. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, that's okay. I've done Blackpink, ITZY, and Everglow if you want to go check them out too. Today we will be focusing on MAMAMOO, 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 bo, 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 bo. Let me show you how this is going to go down. Basically, I go through all of the members of a group individually and describe what their body shapes are. The 5 main body shapes I'll be talking about are rectangle, hourglass, inverted triangle, round, or oval. There will be 4 body points which I'll use to determine each member's body shape. That's the shoulders, bust, waist, and hips. Normally, to determine a body shape, you need the measurements to be sure, but since we don't have these details, because they are not public about these K-pop idols, we are just going to eyeball this. We aren't going to get in too deep into the topic, because then that would make it boring. So, before we begin, remember to to get more content like this, and subscribe to be part of my lovely subby squad. We are almost up to 400 subs, so thank you so much for subscribing and thank you so much for supporting me. Let us begin. We will start with the uni of the group, Sola. On first glance, Sola's body type seems to look very easy to determine, right? Because, look at her. She looks... It's just so easy to determine her body shape by looking at this photo. But as I went through her photos, I found her shape so confusing. Her body shape changes as her clothes change, which is quite normal. But let me show you what I mean. In some photos, I believe that she's got some padding in the hip area, and in some photos, she doesn't. And yeah, that's not to say that she might have. It's not to say that she might have actually grown a butt, but I think it is actually padding. You can see that she has broad shoulders in comparison to her body frame, and the measurements of her bust, waist, and hips actually may be similar. So, a lot of people might want to say that her body shape is an inverted triangle. However, I believe that her body shape is, wait for it, a rectangle. To be an inverted triangle, your hips need to be smaller than your bust. The measurement of your hips need to be smaller than your bust. And I don't believe that Sola's hips are actually smaller than her bust. Because I have shown you evidence, I've shown you proof, so believe me. I'm kidding. She actually has a little butt, her hips are a little bit wide, just very slightly. So then that rules her out to be an inverted triangle. So I believe, like I didn't say it already, that Sola's body shape is the rectangle. Next up is the one that loves to write her own raps, Moonbyul. This girl was actually the easiest to determine the body shape out of all the members of MAMAMOO. Can you guess what her body shape is? And if you can, then good for you, because it's very easy. She's got broad shoulders. Her bust may be larger than her hips if measured. Maybe, okay? And her shoulders are definitely a lot larger than her hips. Like a lot larger. I'm showing you proof. Although, if she's like front on towards the camera, her bust, waist, and hips may look about the same size. However, her bust is in fact bigger than her waist and hips, okay? Just believe me. So, you guys already know where I'm going with this, right? I believe that Moonbyul is an inverted triangle. Do I need to say more? No, I don't think so. Next up is the one that gives her 100% in everything she does. And she may even be your bias wrecker. Wheein! So, Wheein's shoulders aren't too broad. Her major body points may be similar in measurement. Her waist isn't very defined, and she has a short torso. Her body looks very standard, as with most female K-pop idols. In some photos, she actually gives off the illusion of an inverted triangle, but I believe she isn't that body shape, because she actually somewhat does have a butt. And her bust and hips look to be around the same size. So, I believe that Wheein's body shape is actually a rectangle. But what do you guys think? And last but not least is the member everyone thought was the oldest but turned out to be the maknae of the group. Haha, yes. Hwasa. Now, Hwasa has to be one of the more voluminous K-pop idols that I've analyzed, and I love that she embraces her body shape because I know that she's been called out for it before, which is a big freaking no-no in my books. Netizens don't leave K-pop idols alone, honestly, especially female K-pop idols. It's like it's either their way or it's the highway, and we need to let female idols accept who they are. I'm sure there are people, fans, K-pop trainees, K-pop idols, artists that look up to Hwasa, and I think she is a really good role model for female empowerment. Her story is very inspiring if you haven't heard about it already, but that's for another time. Back to our body shape series. Yes. So, Hwasa's most voluminous feature is her hips. It's very easy to spot. Her hips are the most voluminous. And her waist is quite defined, and her bust and shoulders may actually be like the same in measurement. Not sure, don't have the measurements, just eyeballing. You know this. So I believe, even though a lot of people say that her body shape is an hourglass, it's not, guys. You gotta like look at her just look at her. Her most prominent feature is her butt. Like, guys, it's so easy. So, I believe that Hwasa's body shape is the triangle. She fits the description of a triangle perfectly. Like, perfectly. But, what do you guys think? Write in the comment section below, because that is all for today. What do you guys think of MAMAMOO's body shapes? Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. Right? Do we have the same opinion, or is yours different? Comment below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and